Alright, give me a second. These are always hard to do with other people. Let's see. Hold on. They always have it hard to do. I gotta wait till people get on here. Alright. I'm gonna get Mitch here on feed. We were just having a chat over a video chat, and I was like, hey, how about if we get off of here and just do a live video really fast? Because, you know, I'm always having these amazing conversations with people, as we say, that are woke around here. So I thought I'd just get him on video. So give us a second so we can get him on here. It always takes a minute with Facebook. Give me a sec, I'm posting this. He either has to send me an invite, but I have it turned on so guests can. Let's see. Hit the add button.
Hey, y'all.
Yes. I'm videoed out. I already did my videos for the day. I'm in my avoid everyone and go do my work kind of phase, right? So I had him on here and we were just chatting about weed and weed for healing and the rocks and, you know, just whatever. And I thought I'd get him on here to chat on video, right?
You can relax now, Raw. The cavalry is here. I'll do a little videoing for you. You can sit back and chillax, girl.
Talk real quick so they can hear you better.
Hey, Sherry. I've never done this before, so you'll have to bear with me on the technology, folks, which I suck at to begin with, but that's okay. I'm not going to need this Matrix technology much longer anyway, and neither will any of you.
I know, you gave me the deer. I was like, how about we go on live video? And he gave me the deer, like, in headlight look. But he said, yeah, but you know that he gave me the look, like... But this is a small space. We're getting to know everyone in it. It's a low-pressure kind of area.
Yeah, we could have done it in front of the world at this point. I wouldn't have cared because, you know, like, let's just do the damn thing already.
All right, good. We were talking about weed to heal. And I was talking about indoctrination and how the government, you know, indoctrinated these people to think weed was evil and a drug. But I said now that they're kind of saying it's okay for healing and legalizing it, it kind of helps us with what we're trying to do, since they were the ones who, you know, made it so bad and stuff like that. Tell them about anything you want to.
Well, I don't even know what do I want to talk about? What do you all want to talk about? It's about you all, because you all do all the talking. Yeah, okay, so yeah,
going to pull to the rocks too.
Yeah, the rocks. Like, okay, so the people that
don't. Why are you drawn there? Tell us about why you want to go.
I want to go see. I'm on my tour of the 7 wonders of the world, and this one's just next. Thought it'd be cool. No, the real reason is I was drawn to the group, the Soul Fam, and you know, kind of it was something that I saw when you did the video. I was in the group. I saw the video the first time when you all went, and I felt that through the video. And then I've seen the video again since then, and each time it's like it's this metaphysical marketplace that we inhabit when we're all here, right? So it's like that on crack when I see that video. Like I'm like in Ra's like room right now, or in her or in mine, one way or the other, and it's like what?
I can refer to these groups as my office. My office.
Right? Yeah, like it's. Yeah, like this is an office space, and then like Fran has the darling hour. That's when we all just go hang out and dance at Fran's place, like, and chill. And I owe Fran like utilities because I've slept there like 3 nights this week. But like I've fallen asleep in the dance party, I think 3 nights, like in this metaphysical. I'm like, sorry, I'll clean up afterwards.
Pay up, energy exchange. I can't wait.
Woo!
Wait. I was telling him that that's why I go there, that I know everyone can't hop on a plane and go to the rocks, but it's okay. I can channel that energy out on video. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Like I said, if I'm having a bad day, you'll feel it. If I'm vibing high and happy, you'll feel that too. So, you know, it's important to me as an energy worker that I can go there and that I can distribute that ley line energy out through our own grid we have. I consider these groups grids. Hi, I
Right.
met you and I hooked you up to my own grid in my areas, right? I consider these grids that have not been infiltrated, and that maybe the main consciousness grid may have been in areas, and that if we unplug and create our own little networks and grids, that they tend to be more powerful generating energy because you don't have the negative stuff, infiltrating those grids and things like that.
It's, yeah, like I'm hooked up, plugged in, and turned on. And that is in no way
Hooked up
sexual.
galactically, we're getting re-hooked up galactically on a lot of levels, right? Hooked up to our higher selves, consciousness grids galactically.
Like just, yeah, like out the, it's crazy. And well, and it goes back to, you were wanting me to say why I'm wanting to go to the rock. I'm drawn to it, and it's Soul Fam, and I'm not going to get too preachy just now because it's 15 people and like 2 minutes in, and then, but I just want to be like,
That's not a lot.
I've gotten downloads like crazy. I think I've used the to a couple of people. I know Sherry, I've said like a metric fuck ton probably 20 times too. But it's like a constant download. I'm just in missions, and like it's daily. There's some little thing like you need to do this, you need to do that, and every time it's kind of that like, oh no, I'm gonna roll over and go back to sleep for 15 more minutes in the morning. But it's like with my mission that it's like, no, I'm gonna chill here and smoke a little bit more, and then I'll go do it. And it's like, speaking of which, if you got it, cheers, fam.
It's easier for you guys to come to the rocks with us too. I'm already here. I've anchored my timeline into the UK. I'm here, right? And so it can be a little bit easier for you guys to come visit me on my timeline than other people, right? We don't realize sometimes we got to make timeline jumps to go visit other people and play with them and things like that. So I always feel like I make it easier for you guys to go to the rocks and to come over here. Having my timeline so kind of merged with it on a lot of levels. I'm getting Dale on here. Dale is on the feed. Dale, I want you live next
Ooh.
tomorrow.
Oh,
I want
Dale.
Dale on the rocks next too. It's crazy. I had this soul poll that everyone thought I lost my mind again. I'll say again because I was sounding a little crazy in 3D coming into my awakening, right? And so, so I have my shit together. I'm rebuilding my conscious awake life, and then I just have this soul pull to go to the other side of the country to California to Mount Shasta. It was like pulling me there crazy, like so crazy. I had to leave right then and just go, and I knew I wasn't coming back. And then it was like I just got settled in California. I'm doing good, creating my dream life, and it was like, here you go. You're going to the UK, and you might go around the world. Just to warn you. And so on whatever level, these ley line areas are very magnetic to my energy. They've been pulling me to them, magnetizing my soul to them, like with a crazy soul pull. Like I couldn't even describe. It's just so mind blowing to go to these places too. It really is.
I can't imagine what it's going to be like. One, like I can already sort of envision. I say envision. It's when I'm in meditation and thinking about it. It's like right there. You're like, it's like watching a movie or something. I can't describe it
Well,
if you haven't felt that sort of. It's kind of. But like I'm already off the train, like hugging everybody, and we're all like, "Oh fuck, here, oh," and it's just this big like, "Hey everybody, like shit just got real because fam just got reunited and shit's about to just explode here. Strap in because it's going on."
Well, I already have remote viewing kind of abilities, so just if I've been somewhere, then I can, go there easier, travel, right? We do some traveling around here, whether it's astral, traveling with your mind, all sorts of things, right? So for me, now that I've been there a few times to these rocks, I can very easily connect to that energy here at my house, so that I can connect with haven't been there too. So it's just so powerful too, because then I can always meditate and tune into that energy that I experienced and things like that. It's just so powerful us coming together to oneness too. We've been doing a lot of group cleanup, decluttering, just trying to stay in peace, love, and harmony. That's all I want ever. I'm a Taurus. I'm into beautiful things and creative stuff and peace, love, and harmony around here. But we've been doing so much purging and clearing, Ascension flu kind of purging, clearing, letting go of things not serving us. And I'm ready for this spring equinox. Like it feels like spring here already. I think because of the pole shifts, it might be spring here. I'm not sure. But I'm ready for it because then, once we hit this equinox, we hit like a time of getting creative and manifesting and bringing new stuff into our life. And we've been doing so much purging and releasing. It's going to be so refreshing.
I'm just refreshed by the comments right now. I'm sorry, I had to look at the comments because I
Yeah,
forgot to
read
do
them.
that. I'm like looking through them, and like I'm like, oh, I've neglected like
Share this
everybody.
video out, but it's okay. About 100 people will see it. on the wall.
Oh,
Like only 20 on here. We'll probably have an average 100 people will see it, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people, but you know we're impacting people more than we know with our words, our intentions, our energy, and to me, it's powerful.
I'm not
So
worried about how many people are seeing it
that's
because
good.
I'm
It's your
seeing the
first
people.
live. You'll get like 100 views. It's a good first live for you to do. It'll help you
Yeah, I'm just,
get past your
I'm,
fear of speaking.
yeah, I have a real fear of public
You're
speaking,
lucky
as
I
you can
can't
probably
share
tell.
it. That's the problem. If I could share it, you're lucky I can't share it like my real videos.
Well, there's always the next one. I'm sure this won't be the last time because
Don't worry,
I'm
I'm gonna
having
have
a
you on
ball.
video at the rocks on my real video, and I can't wait. I
Right,
like
right.
on
That's
video.
like
I just like
what
to document my life.
it's what we're like the 20 the I think the flights I'm looking at were like the right around the 18th. So yeah, that's what, how long from now?
You
Like
need
you
to
can set a
manifest your
clock.
flight hella cheap. You need to talk to Francisco because he used to work for the airlines, and you need to manifest your ticket cheap. I always try to get everything down like half in price when I'm manifesting. Try to also put out vibes to get your ticket cheaper on sale.
Paging Fran to the ticket counter. Fran to
Yep.
the ticket counter, please.
Try to also manifest your ticket cheap. I know that when I looked at the tickets, they were a certain price, and I had someone from the UK help me, and I got my ticket way cheaper when I had someone help me with it too. Just to let you know,
I'm not worried about that. I know that that's gonna, like,
good. It's
I'm not,
man.
not that you worry. Why would you worry? We talk about that all the time. Worry's
We
not
just
even
want
the
to cut
right
down on
word.
these expenses if possible. Also, when you're manifesting things, throw it out there that you want the stuff cheaper.
Cheaper is better. And be careful. I learned this morning too, as you sort of get deeper into this, or no, you're not getting deeper. You're going up, vibrating higher as you go up higher. Uh, be careful what the fuck you manifest, because if you get negative, that shit will come back real quick and bite you in the ass and be like, hey, bitch. Like,
Francisco, my dilemma this morning. I'm looking at this stuff from a very enlightened perspective and assessing the situation, right? Yes, very true. Be careful. All your energy that you put out comes back to you.
no, Fran, I have not got my ticket yet. And yes, we will fall on the floor when we get there.
Fran is telepathying me because I was going to ask earlier. I was thinking I was going to ask, did you get your ticket?
Hi,
Swear.
Sparky.
No,
And
we
hi,
can't
Sharpie.
rocks. I can't wait to get everyone over there. I'm already like in these states of bliss, just getting ready for it. I'm so ready to go.
Well, log back in then, Fran.
But if you leave too many hearts, yes, Facebook will ban you. My problem. When I'm watching the feeds, I hit the heart button. Hi, Jamie.
It's not worth getting banned over, folks. The love is very palpable already.
Yeah, we can feel it. You can feel the love.
And yes, for anybody wondering, I am fancy. I'll go ahead and own that shit right now up front so that there's not confusion and 100 messages like, who's fancy? We don't know who fancy is. We can't find fancy. It's me. I am fancy. That nickname was bestowed upon me roughly about the time that the manifestation of the Rocks trip really started happening. So
now want a new name.
all of the shit gets real quick with this family. It's great.
When you feel like changing your Facebook name or your name, they usually come with huge shifts too, right?
Yeah, I dropped the ELL off my name a few weeks ago because I didn't have time for that extra syllable. Because like I said, shit's real. Time to mount up and ride. We got work to do, folks. I'm like Cher. I'm a mononym now. I'm just Mitch. One syllable, one name. But Mark Zuckerberg won't let me change my last name for some reason.
Yeah,
so
he's such a fuck to us, seriously. I can't change my name ever again on Facebook. They wanted my ID this time to change it, and we gave it to them, and I changed it, but they won't let me change my name ever again now.
And I want to put this out there too, and I, with all of the love in the world, but I come, as a God and say, Mark, you got a big ego, and I have one word for you: MySpace, bitch.
As a god, you hear that? I know, that's what we're trying to learn around here, that we should be treating people like that and acting like that. That's what they tried to teach us in Egypt, right? They show you all these beautiful things and how you can live like that.
Like, if that, right? And like, Mark thinks he's a big deal. Like, go creep on Tom from MySpace if you think you're hot shit, Mark. He has to wait for a table at Waffle House now. You think you're a big deal?
I don't have a problem with people if they want to be millionaires, but these people do it at a cost of humanity. They like to sell out humanity.
And they get what comes
But
back on them.
he's a sellout.
Yes, he sold everybody down the
To
river.
be helping
And
us and get like my video views were like 20K a video view 20K a video. Now I'm lucky if I hit 5K around here because of what they do, the games they play with my channel every day and my page. He could be
mm-hmm.
helping us get out this awakening message and helping us, get our videos out there and things like that. But you know how it is. All the light workers are banned. Let's see a
Yeah.
heart. Oh, you can't. Let's leave a comment who's banned here. We have at least 10 people a day in this group banned for emojis, links,
And
comments.
and if this is the first time I go live, and it may be the last one for a little bit because I might have spewed some hot shit that Mark didn't like to hear, and that's fine because I'm saying all this in love, brother. Like, you can come over to my little house here in Kentucky, and we will sit down outside by my fire, and I will
No,
love the fuck out of you
no.
until you see the light, brother. But you're not
We
going to
say
do
catch
that, and you're
us
going to
at the
throw me in
rocks
jail,
now. No,
huh?
we say catch us like a catch us side. Catch us at the rocks. We will see you at the rocks.
I'm just, yeah, you're going to see me at the rocks one way or the other because I'm already there. And it'll be in your video or my video or out of Facebook jail or Twitmo or wherever the fuck you want to send me. But this shit's getting out, and, we're vibing up and vibing out. So, word. I don't know.
Hi, Desiree. We're talking about vibing above the Facebook bullshit, the drama, the witches. Oh my God. I'm on like 2 websites again with people talking trash about me, and I'm just like, look, this morning, like, I'm just like, I don't need any drama. I'm cool.
We ain't got room for witches and bitches, but we got
Yeah, we
room for
don't
a
have room for
Mitch.
the bitch witches. We're just trying to go to the rocks so we can use the Stargate and possibly get out of here.
It's a hey, you said it earlier, and this isn't out of ego. This is out of the whole attitude that this fam's got. You were saying earlier, like, the witch, you said the witch. Okay, well, you just went live with Mitch, and that's what we do. We just took the script and we literally flipped it. We made the W a fucking M, and here we are vibing high and loving.
Yeah.
So go with
I
it.
passed it. I did my videos today. I didn't let the witches destroy my mission and my reality like they wanted to, right? I pushed past it. This is a daily war on our frequency. Not just us, but all of consciousness. They just want us vibrating in these awful moods. Miserable, prison planet, metals, you get the idea. Daily war on power
Preach.
vibe.
And let the church say amen.
Hi, Uma.
I told you all I type like I talk. I didn't kind of put that on. That wasn't.
I wanted to anonymous Zuckerberg, but I look at him like a robot and he's not a real person. And everyone voices all these complaints and frustration to Zuckerberg, and it's his fault for Facebook. But I look at Facebook like a artificial intelligence network that they have computers running it for sure. The computers are banning us, and everyone is like, "Fuck Zuckerberg" with all this stuff. But I really look at him like not even a real person, if you know me.
I know what you're saying. Like, I want to be like, of course I know you,
wanted
but
to
then that comes
anonymous
off creepy.
on our Facebook page. Like, we could make him an anonymous video to stop banning the light workers and blocking the light workers and to switch sides and put it on our Facebook page. On their network too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ideas,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like, and everybody here has their own gifts and has their own way that they will be able to get that light out there and come up with fun ways.
Fun ways.
Yeah, to
Fun ways to get your message across.
yes, get your message across, and at the same time, fuck with Zuck a little bit. It's all good.
We like fairy games around here. I get bored. I like to have fun. We like little pranks and jokes and fairy games. Everyone's like, you guys are not acting like the angel ambassadors you have to be. And we're over here like, hee hee hee. We're going to play fairy at the rocks.
Well, like, I really feel like that was really strongly given to me as that part of my mission is like sort of being here to bring a little bit of laughter and joy and a little bit of like, not that I'm really doing it, I'm just a vessel for it, but it's like, hey, okay, you called me fancy like 3 minutes into the whole thing. So like, clearly we're all on the same vibe there, but I think it's just, it's okay to laugh, folks. It's okay to laugh.
You could be on the street and see someone so miserable, and just being a stranger and smiling at someone, it could shift their whole day. Right? We like to ignore everyone around us. Just literally smiling at someone having a bad day can shift their entire universe so fast. We don't even realize that, right? One little random act of kindness, just being a little nicer to someone.
Molly, you said bring
Come to
me
the
to
rock.
the
She's Facebook
rocks.
banned. She's in. I think she's on the ban list. Wait, I'm scrolling up. There's like comments. I'm banned. I'm banned. I'm banned.
Oh, Mitch is Mitch. Hi, Uma. Oh my God, Uma. I'm so
Got to
glad you're
daydream
here.
about the box. That's why I keep putting it out there so that you can daydream about it. If you daydream about it enough, the universe will align it so fast for you. You just have
Hey,
to decide you want to do something, and you'd be amazed at how the entire universe can bend to make something happen so miraculous, so over the top and miraculous.
hey, yes. And here's something too that uh like tomorrow I have to take my grandfather to the doctor and back. So I'm gonna have like 4 hours of wheel time on the road. And like I got music, and what better way? Because I mean, what do you do when you drive? You daydream and you sing songs to yourself or whatever. When you're in your car driving, that's the person you need to be when you get to wherever the fuck you're driving to. Be that same person. When you're laughing, when you're vibing, when Shakira ain't got shit on the way you're grinding in that seat and working the pedals, do that when you get out of the car. Don't stop because you turned the car off. You've generated all this energy and you're going to let it stop because something that burns dinosaur bones stops you? Come on now. You're better than that. Keep that vibe going when you go where you're headed.
I
See
love
if
it.
that shit doesn't carry over. And talk about messing with people's lives. Then they see you get out of a car and I won't deny my hips don't lie. Whatever the fuck it, just go for it. And then like
I
they'll
love to
be all,
interact with people too. If you know me, I love to say outrageous things to them to try to get through to them. I like to, to be over the top in the matrix. If you know me too.
and when
Extra
somebody,
over the top. We're trying to wake these people up. They might need shaking. So I try to say outrageous spiritual type things to them, so that
uh,
maybe it'll trigger something. Planting seeds.
that's so funny you said that because we're in sync. Because I was about to say, like, the next time you go somewhere, here's your little side thing today. Not that I'm somebody to be
Homework.
giving anybody homework.
It's homework requirement.
Oh, now I'm that kid in the back of the class. It's like it's
Okay,
the
go ahead.
weekend, and I'm like, wait, you didn't give us any homework.
Go
Uh,
ahead. Oh, we're
when
passing.
somebody says to you today, like, have a nice day, and they say it with that matrixy, like, they're like,
Matrix face I
have a
make.
nice
This
day.
this face when I do my videos. You guys see it a lot. When I'm doing my videos, the Matrix face I call it.
Yeah, my face when I go out into the matrix is
The
generally, hang
Matrix
on,
face. Yeah, the
it's
face I make the
this.
whole time I'm in the Matrix.
This is me everywhere I go. Just kind of, mm-hmm, yeah,
Matrix face.
wah, 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 and whatever. But when you're out there and somebody's like, they've got that just dead to everything, have a nice day. Look at them and say, instead of being like, all right, you too, because what's a nice day, really? I mean, that's so vague
Yeah,
and
I mean
shit.
it.
Like,
I mean it.
just look at them
Right?
and be like, be blessed. And you will see their mind just fucking explode trying to wrap around what you meant by that.
Yeah,
And
everyone's
you'll
so
see them think about it and legitimately be like, there's no way they could have meant that badly.
yeah.
Like, they didn't blow me up. Like, oh, what? Be blessed. And they're going to
Everyone's
think
so
about
fake. So
that.
when you're authentic, it's very shocking to people that it's like, life changing because everyone's living an illusion and so fake.
Yeah.
Fake polite, fake everything right around here. Yeah.
And then you just take that hump with your joy and your hump. Take that hump. What the fuck? Take that hate. Take that hate and hump it into submission. That's with your love. What the? I just like totally. Wow. I'm like,
Yeah, but we're talking a lot to the second wave. I classify a lot of us as the second wave, and the kids as the third. And the older baby boomers as the first on so many levels. And guess where you're gonna find the second wave, who would be mainly generators and manifestors? You're gonna find them at home, hiding out and avoiding everyone, and not in the matrix unless they have to go grocery shopping or to work. And so we're supposed to be out in the matrix. Bumping into random people because our energy will activate them and trigger things in them. So we should be all over the matrix, but usually I'm at home and trying to avoid that world. Right?
exactly. And I'm going to say something because I have the soapbox for a second and I'm going to stand on it and in little mini stilettos made of glue and holding my little mini hangers and whatever else. If you don't get that joke, you will soon, and that's part of the love. This family is so damn accepting. I didn't have any jokes that I could have made that anybody here would have got. Now those are the only jokes that I tell. So word up. You did. People are watching when you don't think they are. But you were saying go to the grocery store. I have something I want to say about groceries. Can I say something? Can I? Okay. All right. Fran, honey, you can rest your feet. I'm going to stand up on this one for a second.
We're going to take the day off. Go ahead.
Meat. Quit eating it. Nope. Let me rephrase that. Meat. Quit eating it. Full goddamn stop. That's it. That's the conversation. It's one sentence. And there is no, no. I see. Mm-hmm. I can feel this wave of justification that just like rolled into my room right now. And guess what? Surfs are not up in Mitchtown right now. I ain't riding that wave. No. It's not negotiable at this point. Everybody's on it. The meat curse. Yep. And a T-bone emoji. But yeah, the meat. Really, and fish is meat. And I know somebody has said something. This was something that was on me. Someone was like, "Well, there's some religions wherein meat," and say, "Okay, hang on, I'm gonna hit pause right there." Okay, if
you gotta keep going though. Sorry.
I get it.
I think they blood sacrifice humans as well and animals. Yes, but no, for sure, keep going. But real quick, I gotta say one thing and then keep going on this, please. They give me these ego justifications that plants are alive and conscious. Animals have souls, plants don't. But go ahead. Go ahead. That's all I got.
Like I've been doing that. Like, okay, I been in the restaurant business for so long, chef, and it's like, oh, I hear the food argument, and I'm like, okay, one, it's not food. None of it is food, by the way. You should know that by now. And if we're having that conversation, I want to just say this to everyone with the justifications for all that. We've come to the conclusion now where we've all done enough work and we're all elevated to a level where we've agreed to that. And if you're working earnestly towards that goal, and I understand circumstances temporarily, and I say temporarily as a huge caveat and a small word and a sentence full of big shit. Temporarily, yeah, okay, you're getting yourself there and you're going through the detox, that's okay, but that time is past and that time is up and we are moving on. So, in that same vein, if you're still having that debate with yourself and you're having that, I wish you all of the light and love, and I know you're going to find that light and love, you're just not going to find it with us on this issue, so love you, but gotta go. We're moving on. We'll see you when we catch up. But, we can't keep wasting time on these little things now. We can't keep wasting time on these little matrixy bullshit window dressing for the rubes when you're walking down the street, not even going to try to buy shit anyway. No, you don't have money to afford that couch, but you're going to sit there and walk through the store. We don't have time for these arguments of whether it matches the wall or not, because we're not going to buy the fucking couch in the first place, right? It's not important. Let's worry about having a house and let's get to the big stuff. Let's not worry about all this little bullshit. Let's get on to the big things and let's, peace out of this bitch. Quit, okay.
Excuses, more excuses why people can't.
Mm-hmm.
I just banned the person who asked if you did drag and said they love meat with the bacon emojis. That's how serious I am about this planet. Just to tell you guys, the comments, swear, done. Yeah, no ego justifications. I don't care what you eat, who you sleep with, what you do. It really has, little to do with your choices, with me and my ascension. But it is my hope that everyone does this ascension and elevates out of here, untangles ourselves as a soul. And that we take on the energy of those animals. And, I love it when people complain about we're in slavery and then have no problem with eating the meat and not having zero compassion for animals. The fifth dimension is about compassion for all life, even the fourth dimension. The heart chakra, fourth dimension, right? Is about having compassion for all life, animals included. So I know people will tell you so many ego justifications, it's always the way it was, right? And all this stuff, but animals have souls. And you know, there's a lot of research to show people might have had experiences as these animals before evolving further as a soul and going into human incarnations and things like that. So we need compassion for all life.
I see where Fran said see you next cycle 25K.
We don't do trolls.
And I'm not even gonna engage that. I haven't gone back through the comments. I'll see I didn't see it the first time, so I'm not even gonna go back and search it out. If that whatever, we'll deal with
The
that
admins
when.
had enough. The admins of these groups had enough on a daily basis.
And let me speak to that, because that goes exactly to something that I'm gonna.
A lot of work to keep it that way.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to say something, and I'm not trying to be teacher's pet or anything here. I'm just saying this to the group, to everybody, because we're all going through this, and we're all meeting up at the time that we're supposed to, and we're all on this mission. We're all like, this meat suit isn't who we are, and we're shedding it, and we're all getting to know each other. And I just want to say this to the people that are coming up a little bit late or may not be where they think they should be, and got a little bit of ego and worried about, like, oh, well, they're tight, all this shit. Hey, y'all. 25,000 years is a long fucking time, and we're at 24,999 and like weeks.
It might be triple that.
Shit's just a little bit built up. Just gonna throw that out there. Shit's just a little bit pent up. And the excitement and the joy and the enthusiasm that you see everybody having is just knowing that we're in the home stretch, dinner bells ringing, fat lady singing, and if you can't hear it, I hate it for you, but don't get pissed at me when I start running because I'm hungry and you don't know how to walk. I've been trying to teach you. We've all done it. There's all this whole, everything's been coming at you, right? You took it upon yourself to be in this group, so you're in the group. So that means you're aware, and everyone's telling you everything. And I'm just like you all, and I fought this shit my whole life. I fought it. I didn't want to wake up. I like being asleep. But now that I'm awake.
We were talking about that on video chat. Yep, go ahead. But we were just talking about that, how it took so long to wake us up. I got thrown around, car accidents, crazy shit, right? Tell them about you.
As we go through this, y'all get to know me more, and it's just, I fought this shit so hard. I was brought up.
Wake them up.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. So that was the thing. I fought this I was always kind of there, right? And I was going to be a preacher, and I had like all of this like Christian Hebrew God programming, and I'm just taking off here, so forgive me. This is all coming. I'm transmitting this shit out. Let's just go. Hell with it. Let's see where it takes us. We'll find some good shit along the way. Please keep your arms and chakras inside the vehicle at all times. Here we go. And so I was like, these preachers are coming to be like, oh my God, your energy is so great. You're going to come in and take this church. You're going to do big things. You're the next Billy Graham. And I know that sounds silly to hear, but at the end of the day, why the fuck would I brag about what some preachers told me in a group of these people, right? Like, what kind of ego shit is that to even say? That's why I'm telling you this, because it's all part of the vibe, right? And where we're going, and it all leads to a point. And I remember being scared to death of anything that wasn't Christianity, and I went and I tried to be an actor and lived in LA, and that's another story for another day. We got lessons from there, folks, so don't worry. Talk about kill the goddamn ego.
Videos though.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, is this is all one big giant, hey, guess what, folks? You can fight it, but eventually, so wake the fuck up. It's a lot easier what you do. And so kill the ego in LA, right? That'll do it. And then become a chef. So that's where you sort of jump onto this pirate ship, and everyone's like, you're just Peter Pan. You won't grow up. And as it turns out, yeah, like Peter Pan. But guess what, bitches? I just found the Lost Boys. Shit's, here we go. Watch out, Captain Hook. And whoever that is. Everyone has their own Captain Hook. And you've got to find your own Captain Hook. I can't fight him for you. You've got to defeat that bastard. Sorry. And it might not be a big deal. It's these little things, right? And that's what you look back over your programming. Every little bit of shit that was in your way before you got here prepared you to be right here, right now. And when you overcome it and you let go and cut every fucking cord that keeps you in the past of this matrix, the existence that you have right now, and you can think out here on this other level, everything makes sense. And that's when you flip that fucking script and you use every bullet that they thought you were going to blow your own brains out with, and you fucking fire it back at them. And I didn't even know it.
Tell them about the snake.
And right, that was what I was just saying. I was like, I didn't even get to the snake yet. And I'm already blowing people up with fucking bullets of love. These love bullets.
Good. Talk. It's good for you. I'm observing.
And so anyway, I was drinking like probably average of 2 fists of vodka plus whatever else I would find throughout the day, a couple of beers here and there. And you wouldn't really know I was drunk till about 11 o'clock, or ego would kick up, and then I would get really mad for no reason, or get really like, I won't say like horn dog, right? You make those horrible decisions. And I was like, I was waking up, right? And it was like, I just could not cut these ties. I knew where I needed to go, but I couldn't get there, right? And I'm out with my dog in a yard that I have walked in barefoot. I'm always barefoot, right? My whole life. Clues. And I got bit by a fucking snake, literally in my Achilles tendon, like right there in my Achilles, right there in my foot, the arch of my foot, like right there, right? In that arch. And I was in ICU for like 4 days, did not sleep for 5 nights in a row, and saw some shit, folks, and detoxed from...
Snake venom. Did you trip? Psychedelic. Snake venom could be psychedelic.
Yeah, yes, is the answer, and I'm getting sort of a little bit of preemptive, like, oh, of course he's going to come in here and talk this shit because he's tripping on snake venom. No, and if it's where, what's that? Oh, yes.
I'm looking at the snake bite meaning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. And so, like, I was there and I saw some shit, folks, and that's that hell that we talk about. Like, hell is that, you got to get through that. Okay, here it is. I see it. Go ahead.
Okay. It symbolizes that something from beyond has penetrated your awareness.
Let's just sit and think about that for a second, because me and her did not talk about any of this before. Like,
congratulations, snake bite, you woke up.
Boop. And it's a hell of a wake-up call, folks. You don't want this. I know it's fun for us to sit here and joke, and we're talking. No. Let's not get ego back in that. No. We're not sitting here being like, hey, here's your fucking story. This is not an AA meeting where we're trading war stories and trying to relive the past. This is cutting shit.
Snake bite would be classified as something very serious that would activate and induce a lot of DMT to flood your brain. You're going to die when that venom hits you. Your body starts to die. It's poison.
I had to, when I was in the ER, I had to sign a piece of paper because the venom that they were giving me could have gone either way. But they were like, without it, 100%. But with it, there's like a 10% chance that maybe we don't know what the fuck, how to do this. It's modern medicine.
Big bite.
Yeah, it's like, and they're like, it's modern medicine. We don't know what the fuck we're doing really. But so, you know more than we do, but wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, it's not a fun thing. You don't want to get to snake bite level of waking up. That when that's your alarm clock, there is a lot of karma that you have had to clear and deal with. And if you want to, you talk about hell. That
where
is
was this
hell.
Where were you? Like, where in the country were
you? I was in Kentucky. I was in Kentucky. In Appalachia, hillbilly heaven.
Nature,
house. I was 10 feet outside of my house in a yard that I have walked barefoot in literally my entire life. Literally my entire life. Never have I ever, and this is going to sound like bullshit, but it's not, never in my life have I seen a poisonous snake within 100 feet of that house. No, I've seen them plenty of times, just within 100 feet of that house. And the funny thing is that when I went to the hospital, they couldn't figure out what the snake that bit me was. They were like, we've seen copperheads and rattlesnakes, which are the only 2 snakes that are indigenous to this region, but that's not what bit you. So this is where it gets freaky to people that aren't awake, and to everybody else, they're like, it turns out that you know, people like to keep pet snakes that aren't necessarily indigenous to the region that they live in. And apparently, somebody had some sort of like adder that had gotten loose. I don't know how it gets loose, if he was out walking it and the chain broke, or it jumped out
It
of the car on the
happened.
way home from PetSmart. Either way, this little fucker got out.
What kind of snake was it?
They were like, it was some sort of adder, pit viper, something that wasn't. They had like, there were like 20 different snakes, none of them that could have been there,
Like,
because of some of my symptoms and because of the way that it, and I don't remember most of this as verbatim. This is, you know, again, but it was, they were like, you would have been, if it had been this kind of snake, you would have been here this long. If it had been this kind of snake, you would have been dead before you got here. You're kind of in between. We're not really sure, but it's not this one or that one. So I don't know. And I didn't really, but the point of it is for me, and this is why I don't have more information, is because message received loud and clear. And once I got the end of the movie, I didn't really need to see the opening credits and figure out what kind of snake bit me. I just knew it was a goddamn snake. So, you know, and so when you get, I'm looking at some comments here just because I want to try to keep up with them, because I don't
I'm
want
looking
to.
up the Viper.
I'm going to hit pause. Let's all breathe for a second. And let's not. I'm not drunk, Fran. I'm drunk with love. I'm love drunk, but I ain't drunk. I might vibe a little high later
Well,
and
the
fall
Viper
asleep.
is
I just
a
want to.
divine sign. They hold knowledge, I guess, so it's supposed to be positive.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a positive symbol.
Well, I mean, it was definitely positive for me in the long run. You know.
I like to see out of negative things, positive things come out of them.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it you know it here we'll just keep going with it, because if you're here and new in the group, new to this whole everything that we're doing, or oh whatever, remember this: when you set out to do something and you're working on making yourself better, and when I say this stuff, it's like for me, but it's like through me to all of it. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going with it. This isn't Mitch talking. This is uh so like when you go with like a mission like in your day, and you're like, hey, I'm going to do this, and you don't achieve what you set out to do, and you don't learn anything from it, and you give up and you say, oh fuck yeah, that didn't work, that's when you fail. If you don't grow and you don't learn, you failed. If you set out to do something and you don't achieve the goal on the first time, that doesn't mean you failed, because you learned and you grew, and you might have learned and grown in such a way that you realize that that goal is not one you need to accomplish anyway to achieve what you're trying to set out to do. So failure, in the sense that we are programmed to believe it, is not failure. Failure is when you don't learn, you don't grow, and you keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again.
Soul growth.
And I know that maybe some of this is, I'm like, they're like, well, who, like, I'm talking kind of big or harsh or what. I don't mean to. It's just, we're real. We're talking real. And when you are talking in love, you can kind of cut to the quick of things, and let's cut through the bullshit. Let's just get to the heart of matters, because time is very much a factor now, in case you've missed out. And if you have missed out, catch up, because we're ready to do work, right? Like, let's quit dicking around with this shit.
Hella work. There's people putting
Yes.
hella work in around us. Hella work. You wouldn't believe the stuff I see, and the light workers and the work that people put in on a daily basis, on a loop, every single day, busting their asses for the sake of humanity and bettering themselves on so many levels.
Yes. Yes. Everybody, it's, you got to put the work in though, right? You got to do you, you know, and I know I say that a lot, like you'll see me, you do you, boo, but really you've got to.
The year for self-care and yourself. And someone said to me on my page, I have 4 kids. How are you? Never doing anything but self-care. But you know, you see I fit my job in, my responsibilities in, and I'm doing a lot of self-care when I do have time. We can make time for self-care and to make ourselves and our energy more of a priority always.
Right. And remember this too. Speaking of time, time is only dead if you kill it. So when you're not doing anything with your life and you're sitting around watching the Kardashians, or you're sitting around watching my fat life trapped in my shit, I can't cut cords, and the physical reality of it is literally caving around on me and killing my ass, but I can't let it go because that Baby Ruth rapper really means something to me. If that's what you spend your day absorbing, and then you're sitting here like, well, I can't manifest shit. Wonder why. Wonder why. You've got to put the work in. You've got to do the work. You've got to do you. So I can help you. Rock can help you. Fran can help you. Sparky, Sharpie, everybody around here can help you, right? We can all do it.
Okay.
Everybody can be like, hey, here's this, here's all this information. You need to absorb it through reading it, osmosis, videos, emojis, whatever it is that you absorb it, however you do it, here it is. And then you get it and you're like, okay, I'll read that. And then like you don't read it, and then you waste more time by saying, okay, so is fish meat? Or will I ever find my true love? Or we can get through this together, and we will get through this together. But we have to let go of stupid shit. And until we do,
habits, meat, toxic foods, boyfriends that suck. You get the idea.
And you've got to let go of it. You've got to let go of it. I can't
let go of your whole life like I do all the time, so over the top. I just let go of everything. And then, what's meant to be there will come back into place, right? I like to do that periodically, just demolish my whole world and life and start over. And I find that then the things that are meant to be around will come back to me. Whoever's meant to be there, that will be around you and things like that. More cleaning out your life, spring cleaning.
Yes. Like, do that today, too. I'm giving homework, too. Fuck it. I'll go ahead. I'm stepping up. You want homework? Here's homework. Here's another homework. Say to somebody, be blessed randomly. And then do this. Take one thing from your day to day. Take one thing from your day that you know, and only you know this. And this is part of it, too. This is that hell we talk about. You have to do that work. You have to get in there into those places you don't like to talk about at parties and say, hey, fuck, I need to deal with this shit. Find one of those little things. It doesn't have to be some big, huge thing. It doesn't have to be, I'm never having another drink of alcohol again today, and you are holding a beer when you say that. Don't make it something like that. That's not a realistic goal. But find something little in your life. Find something little in your life today that you can just, right now, and just, you are Rose and Jack is clinging to your hand. Let that shit go and watch it drop to the bottom of the ocean. And as you do, just say, Leo, just let it go. Just like Leo at the end, just let it go. It will sink to the bottom. You don't need it. I promise you don't. You will be fine without it. It will sink. You will survive, and you will be better for it.
Detox, you'll get high on energy. Once you detox and start to vibe real high, you'll be feeling amazing states of bliss, better than anything that you could ever use to fill yourself in any way, right? That you'll be feeling amazing just off the energy on a daily basis. You won't need any of the garbage that we needed in 3D to get through life. Or whatever it is, time to ditch any bad habits fast.
Yes. Paging all interested parties. Dear sir or madam, get your shit together so we can get out of here, please.
Sometimes relationships become toxic too, where I have friends I used to vibe with, and then it suddenly is like toxic energy between certain people, right? Get rid of any toxic, dead relationships, people you don't vibe with, because if you do, something new will fill that space, and usually it's your consciousness group, your soul group, that you're trying to come back to on this journey. So the more you let go of the old, the more space you have for that oneness source, your soul group too.
Mm-hmm. And I'm reading comments right now too. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh. Like, there's so much love in here. And I feel bad. Hey, y'all, I feel bad if I don't like, respond, or love every comment, because one, good God, I couldn't. Thank you all.
I can't see anyway, half of them Facebook.
And yeah, half of y'all are banned, myself probably included after this. But so the fuck what? My deeply religious cousins are all from Kentucky. I have a lot of religious cousins here too. Luckily, they're all on my uncle's side. Let's see. Somebody will get that joke in a minute. I don't need the details. St. Louis. His name was Snoopy.
For Mitch
Snoopy.
before we get off.
Yeah, open up the floor. Who's got a question for me? Yes. I didn't mean to cut you off.
For him before we wrap it up, because I gotta go do real work, and I mean like lots of work like today.
Real work.
I take my
Yeah.
2 hour work break a lot of the time after I do my videos and hang out and just chill, whatever.
In the
Without
class
listening to
space. Yeah,
music,
it's
but
like
I got a lot of stuff to do. But do you guys have questions for him? He's very interesting. He's going to Stonehenge with us, so you know that these are powerful past life connections that are aligning to do these missions we've been doing, whether it was London with Seb and Sherry or going to the rocks. These are powerful soul contracts that were made in past places. We might not remember them now, but they are powerful in ensuring that we would come together at the right time in the right places together. You guys know I believe that even sitting here on this video that we all contracted to be here to learn in some way together, and that just go into these places, it just tells me powerful things, right? Tells me powerful things, just the fact that we're all getting pulled to these certain ley line areas as grid workers. I look at this group as the grid workers, healers, right? We're in charge of making and distributing energy in a lot of ways. Spreading good vibes, call it what you want.
mm-hmm. Are y'all drinking water? Hey, everybody, if you got water, drink if you got it. All right, take a drink.
More water.
Yeah, absolutely. Self fucking care, folks. I can't come to your house and feed you veggies. You have to do it yourself. I would love to come and have veggies with you, but I'm not going to force feed them to you. You got to do that yourself. Thank you for your post. You are so welcome, Nicole. Thank you for your love. I've seen you in there before. I've seen some of your posts, Nicole. Thank you for your posts, too. Really, I do mean that. And that's the other thing, too. Like I said, I feel bad if you comment on something and I don't, respond directly to your comment. I feel so bad if I don't do that. But know that me hitting that like button is like I'm saying, and we're metaphysical. We get it. You know my intention when we hit that love button. I have been sober from my toxic relationship for 27 days today. Fucking A, Jetty. Good for you. Good for you.
So fast, right? Oh my God. And then you're coming to the rocks. Perfect.
Yes.
Did that give you some space in your life? Oh my God, to go to the rocks.
Uma, shout out to Uma, who has an amazing energy and has just amazing, just all around wisdom and just is a fucking great person to hang out with. I talked to her yesterday. She had a really great, her singing bowls. Holy shit. Singing bowls. Those are going around. Oh, yes.
Hoping they come today. They're going to come any minute and we're going to get on video and play them too. She already mentioned it and I'm just waiting. They might come any minute. Don't worry. They're on the island. I'm stalking them, right? So for sure, loving it, right? I like to, always try to gather the right souls to have playing my mission and things like that. So I love that energy in this space. It's just so amazing, the souls that we have around us. It keeps me, in awe all the time of my own life and, drawing such amazing light workers and healers and, service to other souls to me. It's really powerful and amazing.
It is. It's indescribable, but once you're there, you don't need it described to you. So if you're wanting to know what that feels like, trust me, when you get there, you will, folks. And once you do, it's so good. Drink your water and mind your own business. Don't tell me how to live my life, Sherry. I do what I want.
You're not there yet. Where your soul group and where you're at with your friends in your life. Keep detoxing. Keep letting go. Keep releasing. Keep detoxing. Keep taking your vitamins.
Yes, Uma, I am manifesting that. I just started doing that on Sunday, and it's all coming together so quickly. And it's wow. And Sedona is still part of my manifestations too, dear. Do not forget.
Talk to Francisco.
We are doing that, honey.
When we like to manifest cheaper things around here, I like to get my mission expenses down if I can. If you know me, I'm a Taurus. So I would for sure talk to Francisco. Need you to get more committed and get your ticket. You should have had it yesterday.
I know, but I couldn't get it yesterday, so I'm getting it today. Hey, girl, I'm already on this shit. I told Sherry earlier this morning, I was like, hey, I got to go out to the Matrix today because that was what I was going to say. I'll close with this because I get the vibe, but I'm going to close with this. I'm just going to say, I told her, I said, and here it is. You're not getting a lip sync yet, but you will later. But I'll close with this. I was going to close with the lip sync, but all right. If you want to manifest stuff, right? And that's something that we talk about a lot. And I know a lot of people say manifest, and they think that it means that if you eat blueberries, you can say whatever you want. And if you buy a crystal, then magic shit's just going to start falling into your lap. That's not true. What you need to do if you want to manifest something, and again, I'm just using this as an example and I'm getting there and I'm moving forward, right? You want to move forward on something, there are steps you have to take on your own in the matrix to make shit in the matrix happen, right? We're ascending to become gods. We're not there yet. So we can't just fucking do it, right? Sometimes you got to work the matrix a little bit to synthesize the results out of it that you want. Not to be vulgar, but as an owner once told me that I worked for in a restaurant, sometimes you have to go jack a table off under the table. And that means you got to kind of just make them feel good without letting them know you're making them feel good. Sometimes you just got to jack the matrix off a little bit. And that's when you can really get good manifestations. And I'm not saying go prostitute yourself to the matrix and man the glory hole of life that they try to sell you at. I'm saying work it to your advantage like fucking God that you are, and you'll see the results. Mm-hmm. Woo! All over the place.
Yeah. You can manifest a lot easier with that kind of technique, for sure. For sure. Have confidence in what you're doing. Have confidence when you're in the matrix, right? Make it more high vibe. It'll go easier. If you're at Prison Planet, make it more fun and high vibe, right? And it'll go a lot faster anytime you're in the matrix.
Be one with God. Let's see, working the matrix. Yeah, you work the matrix. Last year I said out loud my soul family was going to find me on Facebook. Now here we are. Word up, Rosemary.
Our manifestations arriving rapidly.
Any suggestions for getting off antidepressants? I don't think we have time to give that the full treatment that it needs.
Go work, but you guys already have the vitamin chlorella. You guys know you can hit my inbox if you need it, and it's probably pinned to every group we have at the top. More vitamins for that kind of stuff, seriously. You know, the usual. You got to detox off of it and things like that. But I'm going to go on that note because I got to run. I'm actually late for what I'm doing. But
I made you late. Sorry.
Talking with you. Thank you.
All right. I love you all. Peace and love, fam.